What's going on, guys? Welcome back. I know it's been a bit, but hey, what are you gonna do? Life gets in the way all the time. Anyways, I've done it again. I've went and bought another car. I got a problem. But anyways, what is this? This is a 1968 Impala. It is a four-door. The other one I have is a 67 two-door. But anyways, this car, I got it because it was super cheap and it had a title. And around here, it doesn't happen often. So I went ahead and picked it up. Now, this car is rough. I'm pretty sure somebody has went over the entire car with, I think that it's drywall mud, to be honest. I really do. And I'm not sure what's going on because if you look closely, it's like they smeared the whole car, then they took a grinder to it. Here, I can show you. I'll get my knife out. And you can just, peel the stuff off of here. It's pretty comical. But that's not what we're here for. I guess I can show you a little bit of the car. It is rough, but it's solid where it counts. It's not pretty by any means. The over the wheel wells has been redone with drywall mud. Bottom of the doors needs some work. The front of that fender's trashed. But other than that, it's not terrible. It has a really solid frame under it. Back here, our valance has fallen off. Plus side, all of our taillights. Which, this car, I wish my car, this one here, was this. I've always loved the 6 taillights that GM did. But you can't get them in Impala unless it is a 68. Now, I think you can get them in a few other newer years, but it's this body style. I think this is A body. I don't even know what my favorite car is. Anyways, I wish my car had the 68 rear, which we're not going into cutting this one off and putting that one on just because there's a lot more involved with that than what you would think. Anyways, back to it. This car, like I said, rough, but solid enough. We're gonna have some fun with it. This video, I just want to get it running. She's got some pretty terrible wire wheels on her. 2 or 3 of them are flat, and maybe just 2. But my plan is we're going to steal the IROC wheels that I have on my car off. They got brand new tires on them. We're gonna steal those, slap them on here, and get this thing rolling. I would like to get this thing driving. I've messed with it just a tiny bit. I know there's no brakes. I've seen a brake line that's hanging underneath of it, and that's about it. I haven't really done anything with it. The interior, it's not terrible. The headliner looks brand new, so that's a plus, but seats ripped, floors are dirty. Same in the back. Actually, the seat's fine, but plan is we're gonna have a little bit of fun with this car. If you guys remember the Falcon from last summer that I had some fun with, kinda sorta want to do the same thing, just something that I can drive around town and beat on. What do you guys think? Under the hood, what we have is the old 6 in a row, ready to tow. This is a 250. I know nothing about it. I've never heard the car run. No battery. I have noticed the fuel pump is missing off of it. All the fuel lines are off of it. So I'm assuming it probably got parked for some sort of a fuel issue. I've kind of gone through the interior and I found an insurance card and there was something else in there. I'm going to say it was around 2005 to 2008, the last time this car ran. I can't really guarantee that. So anyways, I think the first thing I'm going to do, because this thing is dirty, I've got a little care package of degreaser and the battery we're going to use. I'm going to soak everything underneath the hood of this because it's dirty. So we're going to soak this, then I'll get the pressure washer out and I'm going to pressure wash everything under the hood, and then we're going to throw a battery in this and just see if it'll crank over. I do know that it's not locked up. I checked that when I went to buy it. The radiator might be hard to see, but oh, there you go. Most of the fins, the cooling fins, not the water channels, most of the cooling fins are gone, so it's probably going to overheat, so we'll cross that bridge later. But yeah, let me get this thing soaked down. I'll set you guys up. We'll pressure wash it, then we'll get into throwing a battery in it and just see what happens. All right, now that that's mostly clean, and you can see most of the bolts now to actually work on stuff, let's see about getting a battery in here. I do know the negatives here and positive. It could use some work, and then we got a body ground here. I might strip this back and try to tuck it in with that, but let's throw a battery in this thing and see if it'll even crank. Hopefully it does. Because let me show you a little something that I found. It's not the best, but you got to make work with what you got. In here, this here is the key. Well, here's the actual new key. It's got a zip tie around it. It looks like the factory harness is plugged into it, but I know how people are, so there's no guarantee that that is going to work. Anyways, maybe the horn will work. That'd be pretty neat. Let's see. Alrighty. Hopefully you guys can hear me over these air conditioning units back here. I live in an apartment complex and there's several of them over there. But anyways, let's see what this is gonna do. Maybe that's the there's so many extra wires. It's gonna catch on fire. Let's see. We're good there. No sparkets. The fuel pump hole, I'm sure water got in there. Are we worried? No. Let's what is this? Let's go hit the key, see what happens. Oh, while I was pressure washing, I hit this fender. I do know that the car used to be a maroon color originally. This fender looks like it was cream, maybe. Same with that one. So we at least have fenders swapped. The cowl, I guess is what you call this part. She was actually original, so that's pretty neat. Or they found one off of the car that was that. All right, what we got going in here? No dome light. That's a bummer. Brakes straight to the floor. Love that. Horn. Dang it. I never have a horn. Anyways, let's hit this ignition switch that's hanging on the floor here. And go. It cranks. And I can also see from here that there's a wire getting eaten by the fan. But on the dash, we got a brake light and an oil light. So that is a plus. That means that this ignition switch is probably right for the car and is turning on what it's supposed to be turning on. So that is awesome. Let's see. Maybe I'll hook up my little loaner switch here. That way we can run the ignition from out here. And we'll test for spark. Make sure we got spark. And then we'll throw some fuel down this thing. She's gonna fire up. All right. We got the only guy here button hooked up, and this controls the starter. And I've got the key turned on. Also, just got a random spark plug here. Probably go ahead and put this on. Oh, nope. Yes, we will. Put it on the coil wire, and then we'll try to tuck this somewhere where it gets a good ground. You got to have this having a good ground, or it's not going to work with what you're trying to do. Hopefully this doesn't shock me, but we're going to find out. Let's see. We have spark. Let me see if I can show you guys. Hopefully this plug wire will stay on here long enough. to show you, but here we go. Let's see. We have spark. All right, so I guess only thing to do now, dump some fuel in this thing, see what happens. I see it starting up. We got oil, we got spark, compression. It sounds like it's there. Usually if a motor doesn't have any compression, you can really tell, but let's see. We'll take the air cleaner off of here. Wow, that was on there good. We'll dump some good stuff down in there, see what happens. Well, I have double checked twice now. She's in park. This is a contraption, I think, for the last video that I released. Putting fuel in that small block that we got running on the stand. So, I ain't gonna lie, every time this makes me nervous and I don't know why. Only one way to do this, so up a little in here. Hit the old button, and hopefully it doesn't run you guys over. I heard it hit. Try again. Let's try a little more fuel. Maybe she's thirsty. And go. I'm telling you guys, Chevys, it's just too easy. Too easy. Alright, well, I guess our next move is going to be a fuel system of some sort. I'm not sure about the gas tank in this. We're probably not even going to attempt it. What I'll probably end up doing is I'll call a parts store, order a fuel pump, because I don't even have one, and we'll just run it off of a gas can just to get it going. Then we'll test transmission, see what happens. But that's awesome. What is it, 18 years it's been sitting? If we go with 2008, I think that's 18. Don't judge me if I'm wrong. Go. It is shooting oil all over that fender from the fuel pump hole. All right, let me call the parts store. We'll get a fuel pump on the way because I didn't think ahead, and see what we can do. Maybe they'll have one in stock and we can keep doing this today. Let's find out. All right, next day. They didn't end up having the pump at the parts store, so I had to order one. They got it in today. I picked it up right after work, and now we're here. I did end up finding the old fuel pump, and I went ahead and stole the line off of that, got it swapped over to the new one. I picked up an entire roll, fuel line, thing of clamps, and I got a gas can there that has some gas in it. I'm gonna throw that pump on here, route some fuel lines just into that jug. I mean, I'm not even going to attempt to hook up to that fuel tank just yet. We are ways away from wanting to drive this thing down the road. We still need brakes and all that good stuff. So, let me knock this out real quick, and then I'll come back when it's time to hit the trigger on this thing and see if this carburetor is even going to hold together long enough to even pump some fuel in there. We might end up having to rebuild that as well. So, because obviously they were having fuel issues with this thing. Not sure what it was just yet, but we're about to find out the hard way. So hopefully it was just a bad fuel pump, and we're about to fix that now. All right, kids, I got everything plumbed up. Luckily, this was only a 2-hose system. Sometimes you get 3, and one of them is a return that goes back to the tank. So we just got our feed line here over to the carburetor. Then this one here, this goes down into our gas can here. But I will say, I noticed this, and it might be hard to see on camera, but it's probably hard for you guys to see. The top half of the carburetor is loose from the bottom half of the carburetor, so it's probably going to have a vacuum leak down in this area somewhere. It's not the base between the intake and the carburetor. It's literally the carburetor itself. It's hard to see. I'm sure you guys can't see it, but we're going to try. We're going to see what happens. If we got to pull the carburetor off there, so be it. It is what it is. I already ordered a rebuild kit for that carburetor, so I'm sure that gasket is roached. Hopefully that's not why they took the whole thing apart, the whole fuel system, but we're gonna find out the hard way. So I'm gonna set you guys up on a stand again. I'm gonna hit that button, probably sprinkle a little fuel down that carburetor and just see what happens. Hopefully it'll sit here and run. I can go inside, see if the oil gauge goes, or the oil light goes out. That way we know we got oil pressure, all the good stuff. But yeah, here we go. Well, I seem to have lost some video from yesterday. I tried to start this thing after putting the fuel pump on there, and it just wouldn't. And I chased wires, some wiring in the car, and come to find out, I ended up having a dead coil. I'm not sure what happened, considering that it started the day before. It's the next day again now, but it had started the day before just fine. I don't know. Either way, the coil ended up dying. So I did go to the parts store today, picked up a brand new one. All I did was take the wires straight off of this one, put them on there, and this thing is literally just hanging by plug wires and wiring. So fingers crossed, this thing's gonna fire up and run today. Hopefully that carburetor is gonna work good enough to at least maybe sit here and idle, or I can go inside, try to start it, get it running enough so we can check the transmission in this thing. I know we got brake issues. I don't know if we're gonna tackle that in this video, but we're gonna see what all I can get done on this thing and put it out for you guys in the video. So let me get you guys back on a stand right quick. Let me hop back in here. We'll hit the key and see what happens now that we should have a good coil. We'll see. All right, fuel line is in the jug. Battery cables are hooked up. Hose clamps go down there. Got a little bit of juice in a bottle. Somewhere over here is our trigger to start this thing. Should be, there it is. This should be working. Oh! We got battery cable issues already. What's going on over here? Oh, you're not. Alright. That's not the best, but we're gonna give it a shot. Let me put some juice down here. Ow. Watch your head on the hood, it's low. That was probably too much. Is the key on? Key is on. And go. Is the carburetor gonna work enough? Come on. Oh. Ooh, sounds like we got juice in there. Come on. Think we're drawing fuel? Maybe. This carburetor might just be that bad. Are they running? You can do it, I believe in you. Maybe. You suck. Let's see what's going on over here. We do have an aisle adjustment screw, but it's more round than it is a screw. Let's see if we can get anything out of it at all. Oh, nice, it does turn. That's a plus. Where'd the button go? Oh, relax. The exhaust is miserable. Shall we try for a gear? With no brakes at all. Don't die on me. Calm down. Reverse. Oh. It went in. It's got two flat tires. It's not real happy. Drive. We're gonna need some fluid, but we do have gears. No way. All right. What's the next move here? Would it even turn off with the key? Can we start it with the key? No. Yes, we can. Nice. Okay. She's smoky for sure. Don't know if you guys can see that. Is the oil light off? No, the oil light's still on. Maybe we should Oh, she dieseled a little. Smoky, fine. She's been sitting for a while. I don't remember if I checked the oil or not. Let's see. Oh, we got oil. I was worried about nothing. Oh, what's the next move here? The carburetor definitely needs help. It's running away. Well, idling real high. I'm sure of it being loose. I'm pretty sure I showed you guys that on camera. Is not helping it. I'm sure there's a vacuum line somewhere that I'm missing that it needs really bad. Let me do some eyeballing around on this thing. See if I can't figure out if there's any vacuum leaks or anything like that. I'll show you guys if I find anything. But might just throw some trans fluid in it, put some air in the tires, and see if we can't move it around the backyard here, at least. That'd be pretty cool, huh? I'll be back. Alright guys, it's been a couple days. I had another project show up that I had to take care of real quick, so I did end up having to move this thing back. But what I've done since the camera's on last, I did go ahead and swap the wheels over for the IROC wheels that were on my other Impala. That way this thing rolls. Honestly, it rolls too good. I almost backed it into the other one over there. You put it in reverse and it goes right in now. I put a little bit of fluid in it. Worked great. Brakes though, not good. I put fluid in there and hit the brake pedal one time. Well, I'd hit it previously, but it did nothing. I think that the plunger is stuck inside that master cylinder. So I did go ahead and I ordered another master cylinder and I got a different carburetor. We're just gonna go ahead and swap this one out. Yeah, it seemed to run okay-ish, but for what I want to do with this thing, we're gonna go ahead and change that out. Show you guys, there's a new master and the new carburetor in there. Our nice fuel tank just through the little wing window here. But yeah, unfortunately though, due to me having to skip a couple days of working on this thing and taking care of the other project that I had, kind of messing with when I wanted to get this video out to you guys. So I think we're gonna cut this one here, and then the next video we're gonna make this thing drive. I know it's going to, but we got to figure out the brakes and we got to swap this carburetor. We're gonna have linkage stuff to figure out and all that. Yeah, it shouldn't be too hard. Oh, cooling system. I haven't even attempted to put any coolant in there. And if you look down in here, this radiator is hit, so it might not even hold. I might go ahead and just order a cheapo one off of Amazon or something. But I'll probably, just to be on the future side of things, just go ahead and order one for a V8 car, because if this thing sticks around, which it might, I'm not sure yet. Obviously, I don't think the straight six is going to end up staying in it. It'll probably get a small block. We might as well go ahead and change that over. But yeah, like I said, I do think I'm going to cut this video here, just because I want to get this one out to you guys. If I can start on the next one. There is big plans coming up for the Catalina too, so if you guys have been here for that, I've got lots of parts together for that thing, so it'll be really soon. I'm still buying all the floors for the other Impala, and then the other car back there, I haven't even introduced it on the channel yet. Maybe I can next video or something, but anyways, I'm gonna cut it here. I do appreciate you guys watching. I look forward to seeing you on the next one. But yeah, it's gonna do it from here. Catch you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching.